Yo, Shawty. Welcome to Too Much Fun with Haley and Sam. I'm done. That's a work in
As if
progress.
we have nothing else going on in life, we've decided to embark on recording our iconic conversations for our friends and fans everywhere.
The fans are asking, honestly. The fans are asking for it.
They literally
So,
are. So,
if you're from my work, shout out.
if you're from our mom's work,
Shout
millennial
out.
heart to you. Drew and Andrew, shout out.
Harper,
Um, literally.
Queen.
Anyways, we are, very low vibes, very low expectation. No, high vibes, low expectation for the pod. Really just recording our organic conversations because so more times than not, we are talking on the phone and we're like, we need to be recording this. The world
Literally.
needs to hear what we are saying.
I
Um,
agree.
do want to just say a few disclaimers before we get into it. One, any chomping, barking, or animal sounds, that would be a result of Elon and Gracie Ball. So they are impromptu guests. We're working mothers, so we have to do what we have to do. Second disclaimer, don't take us seriously unless stated otherwise. This is not professional, medical, or political advice.
Third disclaimer, you need to watch this video all the way through so we can make more money, so we can have a better setup. Please. Okay. We're done with the hearts. We're done with the hearts. We're done
And
with the hearts.
also, this is on Zoom because we do not know how to use technology.
Yes.
And even though Haley has a bedroom in my house in North Carolina, we live in different states. So that's a
Exactly.
story for another time. Anyways, for this first episode, I've been wanting to talk about propaganda I'm falling for because I see these videos all over the social media, all over Instagram. I'm a Reels warrior, very important thing to know. And I just keep seeing these videos and I would like to get into this.
Okay.
Okay. Propaganda I'm falling for, number one, and most importantly, is rotting. I love to rot. Come home from work, I'm going to rot. I'm
I
not
didn't know
falling.
people weren't for rotting.
The girls, I literally just saw a video on Instagram. This girl's like, getting home from your 9 to 5 and rotting is not good for you. Like, I don't care. It makes me happy.
I'm just like in that purgatory phase of like being employed where I'm like, I'm not used to this being my everyday nightmare. So like I need to rot because when I get home, I'm like, there's nothing else for me to do. Like I have to be rotting in order to be functioning, to go to work. And also it's like there's not enough time after I get off work to be doing anything. Like what else am I supposed to be doing? Running a marathon? I'm not doing that.
And this is what I was talking to Emma about yesterday is, Drew would say I'm addicted to my phone because my screen time is an obscene number. If we get 1,000 views on this video, I'll post my screen time. But my screen time is absolutely obscene. And Drew's like, you're addicted to your phone. And it's not that I'm addicted to my phone. I went all day yesterday at my immersion. I did not look at my phone. I didn't care. It's just I have
It's just
nothing
there's
else to
nothing
do.
else to do. I agree. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing
So
else to do.
I'm for rotting. I'm pro rotting. I think it's
Propaganda I'm falling for. I mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
I don't even
Propaganda I'm falling for is flash flood warnings because I was a denier. I was a flash flood denier. Okay, like what do you mean there's gonna be a flash flood? Like I was on the interstate Sunday and literally my life flashed before my eyes because as I was driving, I saw the interstate in front of me flood and a forerunner get stuck. And so ever since then, I am not, if I am believing in flash flood warnings, get off the roads, period. I am no longer a flash flood denier. That is it. I am believing the weather station, the weather app, and everyone, period.
I mean, I do not trust meteorologists because scientifically I've proven they're wrong. Um
Which pause about that. So when people find out we're twins, they always ask us if we ever swap places. And that is literally the only time we ever swap places. We didn't swap places because Samantha needed to be in two places at once. So she was at one thing, the volleyball thing, and I went to her award ceremony for winning the like state science fair. And we were in the same place. We were in two places at the same time. But our mom came with me because she needed to make sure that when they called Samantha's name that I went and I didn't just like act like I don't know what's going on. But somebody from NASA came up and was like, "Tell me about your project." And I'm like, "Well, as you can see on the poster board," because I didn't know anything about it. Looking back, we should have prepared, but we didn't.
There was nothing to prepare. Me and Kennedy made that poster the day before it was due.
Shout out Kennedy.
There was nothing to do. I doubt Kennedy is watching this, but if you are, like, that was such a crazy thing. Like, we literally made that poster the night before it was due.
And then they won the science fair. Period. That's on girl bossing that.
Truly. It's on women in STEM.
Women in male dominated fields, actually. Like, truly. I'm so
genuinely. For it. The next propaganda I'm falling for, and this is a recent propaganda shift for me because I will be honest and admit I was a hater of this until my eyes have been open. I am now falling for the propaganda that is a Swiffer, mop, and sweeper. I don't know what the word is.
I can't say that. I just saw 2 ads about Swiffer back to back on HBO Max, so I can't deal with that.
Those, I'm sorry, this might be unpopular. Those cedar mop buckets do not work. They don't work.
Grace is making an appearance.
Hey, Grace. They take up space. They don't clean anything, and they're impossible to keep clean. I am a hater.
Those yellow mop buckets like always smell so gross, and it's like I don't think Pine Sol does anything but like makes the fumes in the room so toxic that you can't even be in there to look how dirty the floor is.
And like also in the year 2025, who has room to store a mop bucket?
Who has time to fill up a mop bucket?
Do you know how many components have to go into an cedar mop? The mop heads, the mop bucket, the mop cleaning solution. You know what you need for a Swiffer? A Swiffer and the mop pads.
What's also gross to me about like regular mops is like I don't want to be touching that water. Like I don't. If that water splashes on me, I'm gonna throw up. Like that's gross.
Well, that's the point of the cedar mop. Is it's supposed to keep the dirty and clean water separate?
Now,
but still, it doesn't work.
Pause. I saw something. This is not propaganda I'm falling for, but I saw something that said if you get married before 25, you are a millennial. Which is so true. Millennial. It's true. It's Gen Z by birth, millennial by culture. Like, honestly, like, it's just millennial.
I am proud to, I would proudly claim millennial, being a millennial.
And that's fine. No hate to the millennials, for real.
You want to get married before you're 25.
I'm just saying I'm not married, period. So I am still Gen Z, period.
Propaganda I'm falling for, this was not my list, getting married young. I mean, I
don't think there's anything wrong with getting married young under the right circumstances. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with not getting married young. I think if you are with somebody and you're in a place to get married, like, why not just get married, I guess? But, I mean, I don't want to have a boyfriend in 5 years. I've been saying that since I came out of the womb. Sir. That's just me, though.
I'm not saying.
And that's on anxiety. That's on anxiety, TBH. Like, for real. Like, I either need to be with you or we need to be broken up. Because I can't be dating you for 5 years because I'm going to be waking up every day asking you if you still like me. Period. And I don't need that.
Fair. I'm not saying I think everyone needs to get married young. Like, some 25-year-olds don't need to be married. Some 30-year-olds don't need to be married. I'm just saying for myself, I'm falling for that propaganda because I live in this house in North Carolina. I have my car paid for, my food paid for, my streaming services paid for. I am a full-time student.
She has a sugar daddy. She has a sugar daddy.
And I don't
husband. Love you, Drew.
I don't live this life. I don't do the things I do if I don't have Drew to support me.
Pause. One, propaganda I'm falling for, 0 sugar soda over diet. Period. It's better. I'm telling you right now, it tastes better.
It is.
Second, propaganda I'm falling for is those Instagram posts where it's like, your month, your sea turtle, your month, your cat cartoon. I am going to scroll all the way to October every single time, and I'm going to see what it is. Like, I love those.
Crossover of the century. Carly sends me the your birth month, your Twilight boyfriend, your Twilight quote. And that is a crossover of the century to me because I agree. I love the your boyfriend, your blank.
And speaking of
I'm saying
Twilight,
boyfriend. I'm saying boyfriend. I meant to say birthday. I meant to say birthday.
pause. And if another thing, propaganda I'm falling for is like being in a love triangle, being team whatever the girl ends up with for her, but then team the other one for you. Like team spoilers, team Stefan. I mean, for me, team Stefan for me, and team Damon for Atlanta. You know, team Jacob for me, team Edward for Bella, team Nathan for me, and team Nathan for Hailey. But it's because they're the same name. We have to have the same partner. You know, like
Okay, fair.
I'm trying to think of another love triangle that's existed that I've like cared about, I guess. Pause, pause, pause. So let me tell you what I was thinking about the other day. Movie Something Borrowed. You seen it?
Yes.
OMG, crazy. Like, what do you mean? Spoiler, but what do you mean that you were hooking up with your best friend's fiance and then still going to go to her wedding? Like, and then you have the audacity to be upset with her when she's like, don't ever speak to me again. Like,
I don't know if I've seen this movie because I have no idea what you're talking about.
it's got, oh my gosh, it's got, I think Kate Hudson is in it, and it's got Jennifer Goodwin in it.
I'm looking this up. Hang on.
And I don't know what the guy's name is, but the guy's name is Dex. That's where I fell in love with the name Dex for my son, except for he is a cheater, so I can't do that. But like, Kate Hudson's character is marrying Dex, who knows Jennifer Goodwin from law school, and they were like best friends. And then Dex starts going on dates with Jennifer Goodwin while he's engaged to Kate Hudson. And then they end up breaking up, and it's this whole thing. And then they like break their relationship off because she's like, I'm not going to know you if you're going to be with my ex. Because like you got with him while we were engaged.
I've definitely seen that
series.
movie, but like I don't think I was internalizing the plot because what was the movie I just texted
they romanticized it. They romanticized them being together because it's like, oh my god, they're soulmates. So it's like, yeah, they might be soulmates, but you're dating her boyfriend, her fiance.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of movies, I want to read this text that I sent to Hailey and Andrew and Drew the other day because the other day was the first time the plot of the Pearl Harbor movie really like I understood what was happening. I want y'all to know I was dumbfounded. Let me just find out. Okay. It was a voice memo, so I'm going to read the transcription. I just heard this woman explain it was an Instagram reel explaining the plot of Pearl Harbor, that World War II romance movie, and I am dumbfounded. Like it is the first time I've ever heard this. I am really understanding what this movie is about for the first time. What do you mean? The movie is about Ray and he is in love with this girl Evelyn, and then Ray disappears and Evelyn sleeps with Danny, Ray's best friend, because the grief brought them together. And then Pearl Harbor happens after after Ray comes back and is like, I want to be with you, Evelyn, whatever. Pearl Harbor happens. She is like crashing out over both of these men. And Danny ends up dying. So Evelyn marries Ray and they name the baby Danny. Like, what? I have seen the Pearl Harbor movie like probably 5 times. And that was the first time I ever understood what this movie was about.
It's just like, and this is like kind of related, but like I don't know what this person's name is, but go on TikTok and you'll find it. And they have this concept of American cheating, which deep dive, and this is like legit. I believe this. This is propaganda. I'm believing. Period. Where it's like the media and the culture tries to shift the narrative of these people cheating because they ended up with the person they cheated with. And it's like, that's literally what's happening in that movie. That's what's happening in Something Borrowed. Like, what do you mean Something Borrowed is the fiance? Oh,
oh, that is tea. That is
that's
tea.
Crazy, Samantha. Oh my gosh. I thought it was
that is tea.
It's too much for me.
That is genuinely tea.
Now, this is another propaganda I'm falling for. I'm going to get canceled for this. I prefer film adaptations. I have yet to see a book to film adaptation that I did not love.
I agree.
The
I'm a
book has a
visual
different thing,
person.
but like the book has a different thing, but just the movie's always going to do it for me, period. Like, did not really vibe with Pride and Prejudice. The book, Pride and Prejudice 2005 with Keira Knightley, love. Chef's kiss. Did it? I've never read Little Women by, but Greta Gerwig's Little Women, chef's kiss. Like,
I
it's
like
too
a
good.
movie. I like a movie adaptation, and I will watch it before I read the book. I mean, like for example, I would never have read The Summer I Turned Pretty if I didn't watch the show on Amazon. I would never have read that book.
Now I can't even understand
Outlander.
that,
I
Samantha.
would never have read Outlander if I had not watched that show on
Pause.
Netflix.
Let us put in a caveat about Outlander. So I met her first, but Samantha's also her best friend as well. But Madison Hutchins Beck, okay?
Our queen, our mommy.
She, when we were like in middle and high school, was like writing for Outlander. Like, this is so good. This is incredible. Like, the books.
I vividly remember us going to her house, and she had that like thistle thing. I don't even know what.
She was obsessed with Scotland.
But she had it.
She was into the whole thing, and this was like before the show even. Like, she was really like into the books. And me and Samantha were like, no, we're not reading that. I don't do historical fiction. Like,
I wasn't even reading the books I had to read for school at this point, so I definitely was not going to read for fun.
So anyway, somehow we ended up seeing Outlander, okay? And like, why was it actually like
amazing,
so good? Like, changed my life. We talk about it. We talk about Outlander like weekly, literally weekly. And like, I haven't even seen the last season, but like we literally talk about this weekly. Like, we're rewatching the show.
I'm like going back in our text with Madison because like
it changed our lives, honestly. Like, so good. Like, so good. Oh my gosh. I think we should do an episode on TV. And like, I think we should rank the people of Southern Charm.
Wait, I'm scrolling back in my text with Madison and I'm seeing, December 1st, 2023. Madison, Hailey and Andrew are going on a date. Hailey Magner and Andrew Watson, just to be clear. Madison says, what? I said, yes, baby girl. And
doxing me on Facebook, Instagram, podcast. The podcast and being doxed. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah. This is not propaganda I'm falling for. I've been for this. And to be honest with you, if you want to humble men out in public, do this. But propaganda, it's not what I'm falling for, but I'm just going to bring it up. Mustaches. I've been for mustaches. Samantha can tell you, I love a mustache, period. And if you want to humble a man in public, you need to go up to them. If they have a mustache, you need to say, did you start growing that before or after Top Gun?
Oh.
And if they say after Top Gun and they're being for real, that's a real one. Like, that's someone you need to be with. But if they're like, man, and they have a stink face and then they're immediately like, don't speak to me again, they're lying, period. They're lying. And I hate to say that.
I mean, I don't hate to say this. I say this with pride. I hate a mustache.
I saw something one time that was like, kissing a man without a mustache is like eating eggs without salt. And it's true. If you like just a plain boiled egg with no salt on it, then that's for you. But, I just love a little savory saltiness. Like, I just love it. Just love it. Another piece of propaganda. This is not, we've losing the point about propaganda, but me and Samantha, one thing about us and our families is genetic. We're going to nickname a dog. Propaganda, nickname a dog. Like, I could sit here for an hour and talk about my dog's nicknames. And her name is Gracie.
I cannot remember when we started watching Outlander, bro.
I was in college. I had to.
It was 2022. I scrolled back to June 2022, and we were still talking.
Why didn't you just look up Outlander? I think I started watching it in 2020 or 2021. Like,
I looked up Outlander, and it only got me back to 2022 because I started deleting old texts.
Well, and the phone does it too.
Are you someone that you will delete old text conversations, or do you have text conversations you have not messaged in years?
It depends on, because there's certain messages I'm not doxing people. However, there are certain messages I have screenshot on my phone, backed up on a Google Doc. I mean, I'm holding on to that until Armageddon.
As you should.
And so then, yeah, I mean, after that, I delete the conversation because then it's kind of like, it's more of a flex for me to be like, who is this? When they try and text you, who is this actually? The
thing is, I won't.
Now, so let me tell you that this is throwback. I think I still have this chat on my phone on my like this text chat. Like I either have like Uncle Jeremy's kids on my phone still, or which is drama.
If you have any, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Like
We cannot be getting into that on the pod.
I don't have that many I don't have that many messages like going back.
This
like,
is screenshots and like keeping track of messages is why I had to get rid of Snapchat, because I would say chronic. You say something on Snap, I'm screenshotting it,
and like that.
I couldn't perpetuate that anymore. Like I needed to let that go. Like I needed to let go of that. So I had to separate myself from Snapchat.
Okay, back to the propaganda we're falling for them.
Oh, okay. I had a good one that I wanted to say.
I didn't know what we were talking about, so I didn't get to write anything down.
Well, that's fine.
I just want to preface by saying that.
Okay. I want all the ladies to just sit down and clutch your pearls for what I'm about to say. Propaganda I am falling for is sweating. I fear the girlies were right when they say you're not stressed. You just need to go outside and sweat. You need to go work out and move your body and sweat. I have never been outside. Hello, Grace. She said, what is she saying? She's so queen. She stays
French. Being in my business.
She's so French. Anyways, I don't even know where Elon is. I'm not calling him. Anyways, I have never been outside on a hot girl walk, running, biking, doing my hot yoga outside, started sweating, and been like, I am not happier to be alive.
Now, I cannot agree with that because I don't remember the last time I sweated like with my own consent. You know, like I wasn't forced to be outside against my will. So
it has to be consensual sweating. You have to want to be outside and want to be moving your body so that you start sweating. If you're outside trying to go to the Target and you are sweating, no, that is not what I'm talking about.
I agree. I think sweating just has a negative connotation for me. And like, I've been just like experiencing hyperhidrosis because of the SSRI. So it's just like, I just don't think like, I just feel like when I'm sweating, my first thought is please get me out of this heat immediately. I need to take a shower.
When I'm outside sweating, like intentionally, I feel so clear-minded and like happy to be alive. Like it is like a euphoria unlike anything I can describe. Unrelated, I would like to change the topic completely at this point in time because I saw this video on Instagram over a week ago and I've been wanting to talk to you about this because clutch your pearls, Hailey. This is so important to us. Are you ready?
Sure.
I'm going to read exactly what I have written down so I don't butcher anything. I saw a video where this doctor was talking about how the key to having objectively more attractive kids, like they found a way to objectively measure attractiveness, and the way to have children that are objectively more attractive, so they are more attractive than you and your partner, okay, is having mixed race children. And the reasoning was larger gene pool.
So let me tell you something about this. One, send that to me. Send that to me right now. Secondly, this is near and dear to my heart for many reasons. One, me and Samantha are mixed. Hashtag white mom. And I for years have been saying that the reason that like I feel like mixed people, and this is not just like black and white, this is like people that are like white and Asian, black and Asian, white and Hispanic, like literally anything, Hispanic and like Asian, whatever, like any mixed race people are more fetishized and like they're like, oh my gosh, like if we're looking up like somebody's like, oh my gosh, like who is someone that's like drop dead gorgeous, like naturally, like a lot of the times it's like mixed people, and other than like just someone who's like completely black or completely white or completely Asian or completely Hispanic.
I would like to interject and just to further illustrate this point. If you know somebody, if you know a woman who is pregnant and the father of the baby is not the same race as her, what is it that every person will say, oh my gosh, you're going to have the most gorgeous babies? The main thing I heard when Drew and I first started dating from random people, y'all are going to have the most gorgeous babies. Like, we've known each other for 5 days.
Pause. Thinking of like Zendaya, mother, brown queen, Russell Wilson, brown king. I don't know if his mom's white, so Jesse Williams, biracial king. Okay, anyway. So I've been saying though that like if you are mixed race, that like you could be more attractive than someone who is not. And that's not to say that like people who are just one race are not attractive. That is, I mean, my boyfriend is white, you know, like
we're all pretty.
Yeah,
we're talking about science, not I'm talking about like beauty.
More likely to be fetishized because of attraction.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Like, yes, it is, because it's like exactly like what was
I don't want to be fetishized.
It's a lot like what was happening with like a lot of white women in the early 2000s and the 90s having children with black men because they wanted cute biracial babies. That's true. Okay, anyway. I mean, just to add, we've seen this also like a lot of white women with Hispanic men to have biracial, bilingual babies. And that's all I also
just want to say that Drew's mom, when Drew and I first started dating, she would look on Facebook for biracial babies. And there's groups on Facebook for biracial babies. I don't think there's white baby Facebook groups, but
there probably is. There probably is, and we're not looking into it because it's gross. But like, regardless though, like I've been saying that like I think that mixed race people are more conventionally attractive to larger groups of people because their parents are less likely to be closely related than two people that are white. Like, if your parents are both white, they're probably more closely related than my white mother is to my black father. TBH. Larger gene pool.
I mean, let's just break this down. I'll break this down to you guys as a almost scientist, okay? I have a biology degree, so I'm a biologist. Anyways, for example, people with blue eyes are related. We have scientifically proven that people with blue eyes are all related at some point. I'm not saying you got the same grandma or the same mom. But
I mean, we're all related. We're all related.
I know we're all related, but like blue-eyed people are all more closely related than like
brown-eyed people.
Than you would think. Okay, and so if your parents are both black people with blue eyes, they are not only more closely related because they're the same race. And if we really believe that the races all came from specific areas, okay, they are not only more related in that regard, but also the eye color. So now, and this is what happens, this is why incest is bad. And I'm not saying that the same race people are incestuous. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying this scientifically is why incest is bad, because the gene pool gets so small that it becomes detrimental to human life. And if your parents are closely related, then that means that the gene pool is smaller. But if your parents are different races, they are less related. So there is more variation, which is going to give for more traits that you don't normally see. For example, curly hair and green eyes, which are things that are like, these are really pretty. Curly hair is really pretty. Green eyes are really pretty. Now you have somebody with both of them. That is gorgeous.
And it's like no shade to anyone who's not mixed, period. Like no shade to that. Like, because there are drop dead gorgeous people who are completely white. Jennifer Lawrence, mother. Anne Hathaway, mother. Bradley Cooper, father. You know, like
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris Elba. Kerry Washington, mother. You know, like there are plenty of people who are Henry Golding, you know, father, literally. Gemma Chan, love her. Love Gemma Chan, love her.
Like, these people are pretty. These people are
gorgeous, gorgeous girls, truly. But it's just like, it's different, you know? If we pulled one random white girl off the street and one random mixed girl off the street, and then we had 100 guys rate how pretty they thought she was, which is not, this is a horrible experiment. This is a horrible experiment. Like, this is so horrible. But like, I think that the mixed girl would probably get a higher rating than the white girl.
I don't even really think
unless they're racist.
Regard. I don't really think in that regard, but I'm just saying, like, objectively, like on the scales that these scientists created to objectively measure attractiveness and beauty, because you need objective standards if you want to do good science. The mixed people outperformed people of a single race.
Well, and also, I mean, this might be fake news, but It was pre AI being as widespread, so I'm pretty sure it wasn't AI. But even Nat Geo said that the future population people is going to look more interracial than anything. So
I mean, of course, like
and it's
interracial,
ultimately like humans have the same instincts as animals, where it's like they are going to try to mate with the most attractive creature, you know?
and I mean, even beyond that, I don't want to get too much into this, but like evolutionary, like for evolutionary sake, like it would make sense that we're going to increase variation because if there's more variation, it's great for better survival. And like from an evolutionary standpoint, like you want the best chance of survival of the fittest. I'm not saying that like mixed race people are the fittest, but like I mean, you have to think like just like how much more diverse the population gets when one mixed child is born, because they will never have a child that is a single race. If you are mixed, your child will always be mixed with something else.
Mm.
And
Okay, back to the propaganda I'm falling for.
I'm falling for the $228 Ralph Lauren American flag sweater. Thank you, Drew, my prince, for buying it for me. It means everything to me.
So our youngest sister one time told Samantha she was giving rich homeless person because she has rich accessories, but she walks everywhere like a homeless person.
She said this because I walked from our house to the AutoZone, which was
Samantha will just be getting outside and walking.
Away.
Like she'll just be walking.
Go follow me on Instagram. I'm going to plug both our Instagrams in case you somehow have found us on the recesses of the internet and you don't follow us on Instagram.
And if I don't know you, I'm private. I'm not adding you.
You can follow me. I'm public. I have nothing to hide. Anyways, you can go watch my most recent vlog in which I went on a impromptu hot girl walk that resulted in me almost having a heat stroke in the Home Goods. Because I like to walk. I'm going to walk. I mean, walking is foundational for wellness. Like, genuinely, there are so many benefits from walking.
Let me say propaganda I'm falling for. Summer camp. I think if you've never been to summer camp, you need to go. Like, I think it
like as an adult.
Period. Everyone should go to summer camp at least once, even as an adult. If you have to go to an adult, there are adult summer camps and they will find you. It is just so fun. Like, I feel like it's so good. And like at the camp I just went to, they like the students couldn't have their phones. And I'm like, I just feel like a week where you can't even have your phone is got to be so like freeing. Like, and they'll be out there doing stuff. I'm not an outdoor person. But at camp, I'm going to be playing some games outside, period.
I mean, as you should.
I think
summer camp is a gift too. It's a gift to the parents. It's a gift to the children. It's a gift to the leaders. It is a gift.
It's so sleigh boots. Like, I love camp, period. I'm going to be obsessed with camp for my lifetime, period. And yeah.
I mean, genuinely.
Propaganda I'm falling for is the Girl Scouts. And I've been saying this like this whole year that I think the Girl Scouts is so good. I didn't do the Girl Scouts, but one, I love their cookies. Two, I think it's so good because like the amount of times where I've seen like young girls go up and be like, hey, would you like to buy some cookies? And people have said no. It's teaching them to deal with rejection at a young age because it's like they don't want cookies and that doesn't say anything about me.
And my former boss, like when I was working in Greenville, her daughter was a Girl Scout, and she was like, because her daughter did Girl Scouts when she was younger, she had a lot of like opportunities to like go internationally for very, very, very low cost. And that is I just think it's
so good. I just think it's so good. Like, I mean, I don't know if I'll go back and do the Girl Scouts, but like, I just think also it's like it's getting people, involved in their community. It's something to do. It's something you dedicate yourself to do on a Saturday is go and sell cookies. Like I love their cookies
entrepreneurial, and I love a hustler. So I mean, I'm for it.
I love that. Yeah,
I would like propaganda I am falling for it. I'm just gonna say this and move on. I think the Tortured Poets Department is Taylor Swift's best album.
We'll have to have Andrew on here to speak on that.
It is the only album I have listened to hang on. I think Elon's drinking water and I think it's really loud.
I can't hear it.
Okay, sorry. The signs of a mother. I'm like hearing something like, okay, anyways. It is the only album since Red that I remember listening to in totality, and I genuinely think it is her best album. Like, I love that album.
Thought of it a podcast we should do. Like best photos of the 20, like our lifetime.
Yes. Like and comment
Because
if
I'm
you'd like to
thinking
see
some
that.
of those. Like, I mean, we have just so many ideas, honestly. Like,
Like and
it's
comment
just
if
so
you'd like
many,
that. Another
so many
propaganda
ideas.
I'm falling for, the AI like videos of it like cutting stuff. Like I think those are superb. Appropriate use of AI.
The AI has been getting me recently, honestly. Like, I've been such a victim to AI. Like, I saw a video of it was on TikTok and it was of a statue of Jesus made of prayer threads. Okay. And it was like blowing in the wind and it was like in a desert. Like, it looked really good. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm wondering what the comments are going to say. Like, I feel like I'm like mostly wondering, where is this? Okay. And like the first comment is this guy crashing out. He's like, I am so tired of not being able to know what I can trust on the internet. And I'm like, I didn't even know this was AI. Like, and you're crashing out about it. Like, and just, they've been getting me. Like, the AI gets me. Like, I have to see things and I'm like, I'll see stuff and I'm like, okay, period. And then like somebody will be like, that's AI. And I'm like, where? And it's too much. It's too much for me.
I
I've
am
been
the
getting
person
it.
I am a super user of ChatGPT, so I very easily can detect AI thing.
Pause. Another propaganda I'm falling for is body oils. If you think a body oil is going to make you look greasy, I saw this girl and she was like, you need to like, when you get out of the shower, start rubbing the body oil in while your skin is wet, and you just keep rubbing it in until the water and the oil have basically like mixed, and you will be dry, and that gets rid of a lot of the sticky feeling of it. And then you wake up and it's like your skin is still like that. And I
I
just
want
love
to
a
try
body
that because
oil.
I remember you were telling me about that, but I never tried it. I want to try that this evening.
I tried it one time and it was like really good. I just got tired of doing it. So, but I love a body oil, honestly. Like,
I got
especially for
tired
the
of doing it.
summer, because I feel like it's so, lotion can be like, a good lotion is thick, one, and it just can feel like, oh my gosh, like I just painted my skin on with some lotion. So it's like you need a little body oil, period.
Okay, fair. I have no idea how long we've been talking because I forgot to, I've not pressed record. I've recorded. I forgot to start a timer. So I have no
I
idea
mean,
how
I
long we've
think
been
we've been
talking.
talking for like 35 minutes, 40 minutes or so, like
I think
not
this
too
is good
long.
for our first app.
One propaganda I'm talking, me and Smith have been falling for is like walking around the mall, like just going to the mall. Like, we weren't kids that went to the mall a lot. I don't think, like, we would go to the mall with like our mom and stuff, but like we wouldn't just go to the mall like in high school. But we've been going to the mall. Like,
We
we've
didn't
been
go
going to the
anywhere in
mall.
high school. We
Well, the
literally
thing,
went to school, work, and church.
the issue is in like 2025 that like Apple Pay is so prevalent that like I'm gonna be like, I'm not bringing my wallet into the mall and I'm still buying stuff. Like,
Apple Pay would have got me in trouble if I knew how to use that when I was a teenager.
if you don't have Apple Pay on your phone, do not get it. It's a gateway drug. Like, actually, don't get it.
When Grammy asked me to like set up her Apple Wallet, and she was like,
Maybe
"I don't want to put
Grammy's
my wallet
watching
on there."
this. Maybe Grammy's watching this. Hey, Grammy, if
I'm
you're
sure
watching
she is.
this,
Harper will turn it on for her.
love that. Love that.
Oh my gosh, I'm about to drop stuff. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our first episode. We have several like really funny episodes planned, but obviously we do this for the fans. And if you guys would like to hear propaganda we're not falling for, please let us know. We would love to talk to you guys and tell you propaganda that we are
Not falling
not
for.
falling for.
But also, this is just sleigh boots for fun, and don't get your panties in a wad, please. And if you comment hate, I'm gonna block you and dox you.
Remember, I said don't take us seriously unless said otherwise, and we haven't said otherwise. So don't take us seriously.
And don't take us seriously unless we say something actually good. Like, for real about the Apple Pay, do not get Apple Pay on your phone if you don't have it. Like, truly, like, that is serious. Like, do not get Apple Pay on
And
your phone.
I mean, in that case, take me seriously when I say that there's a good sweat is really good for you because it does feel good and it makes me happy.
I mean, like, if we say anything that's bad and or cancelable, like, it's not serious, you know?
Yeah, I mean, whom shall I fear?
And speaking of, because this is not something that either one of us have to deal with, so, but like, propaganda I'm falling for is people owning up to their bad tweets. Why are we in 2025 being blindsided by tweets being released? Like, just be for real. Like if you just upfront from the beginning and then people can make their decision about you, like, but then being like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? Like you didn't type it out and post it. That's all I have to say about that.
Mic drop. Thank you guys. See you next time. Goodbye.